Joined by Hofstra coach Seth Tierney following a 16-12 loss to number 9 Yale. Coach Tierney, just your thoughts on tonight's game?
I thought we played really hard. I do. We don't do this for losses, but I'm proud of our guys. They came out to a top 10 team and they went punch for punch until the last couple of minutes. We had a couple of guys go down that we have to, starters that we need to take a look at, but 51 shots to 29, outground balled them. Chase Patterson, their face-off guys were banged up, but they sent the guy out, and Chase Patterson is 24 of 31 against a top 10 team. That's a statement right there. And they played two goalies and combined for 21 saves. That's a pretty good day in the goal. It means that we got some looks and that they did a good job. But the Brandow kid, I know him probably since he's, 3 years old, 4 years old. And he makes it go for them, boy. 5-4, plays with such poise, makes the guys better around him, and he's an impressive lacrosse player, an impressive young man. And but I'm not happy. I'm proud of our guys. I'm not happy with the verdict, but I'm proud of our guys. And now we've got two monstrous games, and we need a little bit of help. And let's see if we can make a run at this and get into the CAA thing. By the end of next week, we need some work. We need some help, and we'll see what happens.
Coach, obviously not a lot of games on a Tuesday night in April, so you had national spotlight kind of on this game. Did you feel like the game had a little extra to it because two high-level teams playing at night?
I do. Certainly at night here in what we call the Dutch Dome, and coming off of a really hard loss to Drexel, I thought we played like we had something to prove, and I think we accomplished that. Even without the victory, I think we accomplished that.
In a game like tonight, your team, you look for an early positive start, which you obviously got. Did you kind of feel that steamrolled you guys to believing as the game went on to the second, third, and fourth quarters?
Yeah, after watching film, listen, they've got unbelievable recruits and players in every position. But when I thought we got a little bit of early success, we got our hands free, we put some away. Certainly, you get the wind at your back, and we asked them to play with no memory, good or bad. Just cut it loose. Next play, try to play by possessions. When you play a team like Yale, and I don't know what they're ranked offensively, you're going to need to win a double-digit game. You're not holding them to 10 or 11 goals. They're getting into 12, 13 goals, and that's what we needed to get to. And again, it was a one-goal game or a two-goal game, with a couple minutes to go, and we just needed it to bounce our way, and it just didn't. But again, proud of our guys. Not happy with the verdict.
Early on, Justin Sykes was kind of the guy that keyed the early success. What did you see from him?
Yeah, Justin was locked in tonight. I think that Justin's a really quiet guy and leads by example. And I think he was upset the way the end of the Drexel game went. The guy picked off a pass on man up that Justin threw, and he had a chance to get another shot off, and he wasn't letting history repeat itself. So he snuck in. He finished the ball. Madsen, another good day. Colton Rudd played within himself today, and we got some help from a lot of people. The Poles ran the floor pretty well. JT was a menace out there. I think we got another long pole goal. Blake Cooling got another long
Blake
pole.
From JT.
Yep. So that's it just sends a message that when you cross over that midfield line, regardless of the size of your stick, you're an offensive player.
You mentioned Chase's night tonight, but career-wise, he reached 500 career face-off wins. This young man's the ultimate Hofstra lacrosse player. What can you say about him and his career that he's done here?
I mean, I'll get choked up over Chase because it just really is no better person than Chase Patterson. Works hard, came back for a fifth year. People think coming back for a fifth year is easy. It's not. To keep discipline and work out every day. Chase is on the field every morning, putting in extra time. When he doesn't play well, it is on himself. He is never a finger pointer. He is a thumb at his own chest. And today, he did his job. And I'm proud of him, and we're going to need him to be really good the rest of the way here.
Coach, you mentioned the tough loss on Saturday against Drexel. And what was the mentality coming into the game like this? And how much do you think a game like this can help you going forward? And you mentioned the last 2 games you have this season that are monstrous.
Yeah, we talked all week about not making one more play, but making one more decision, right? We needed help in just decision making. And we talked a little bit about life this week, that everybody's one decision away from changing their life greatly. Now, sometimes it could be greatly bad, sometimes it could be greatly good, but the decisions are in your hands. And there was a couple that we didn't make great today, but I thought I thought we did a better job with some decision making tonight. And as a coach, I was proud of that. The compete level, I was proud of that. The execution at times, we played some man, we played some zone. We did some good things getting in and out. I was proud of that. And I was proud that we stayed in the ring the whole time against a team that, they could be in the Final Four. I don't know how it's going to end up, but I was proud of all that. What I'm disappointed is we couldn't finish the drill, right? We couldn't finish the game with the last couple of minutes, but we responded. As a coach, I'm proud of that. And that name on the front meant something to those guys downstairs in that locker room.
Coach, talk about, you guys had a couple key injuries defensively. Just talk about the next man up mentality you guys had, going to guys deeper to fill in for, Matt and Will.
Yep. So Will went down, and he's one of our better cover guys. We'll get x-rays on both of those guys tomorrow to see what's going on. John Sparopoulos and Ryan Kiernan both went in. They shared the responsibility. They shared the weight. We popped in and out. When one went down, we changed our defense a little bit, and then we tried to keep them on their toes just a little bit. Matt Villas, it was a dive on the other side. I hope it's just a bruise, but we have to, the way he got up, we have to take a look at it. And Matty V is one of our better short sticks. So we miss him. We're going to need to make some adjustments. Tomorrow is a day off. We'll heal a little bit, and then we'll have to regroup with our depth chart and see what the next man up is after that. But the guys that came in, they tightened their belt and they did a good job.
Coach, one more home game. You got Hampton on Saturday. Obviously, there's a lot of emotion attached to it with 10 seniors. Thoughts going into what obviously is an important game on the field, but obviously some emotion off the field as well.
Yeah, listen, it's a must-win game. We have to come out versus Hampton like the way we came out versus Yale. It's just the way it is. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It's a matter how we're playing. And sometimes teaching 18 to 22-year-olds that is a task in itself. But we're going to heal a little bit. We'll watch some film tonight. We'll make a low-light film. That's how you learn off of the mistakes. And then we'll get back at it. As far as Hampton goes and these 10 seniors, I hate and love senior day, right? I hate it because, you got to recognize these guys, and that means that the end is coming. And I don't want that for any of the 10. But I'm going to need a few minutes to think about how we're going to handle those guys, because, some of those guys are fifth-year guys, and they gave everything they could and will in the last 2 games. And hopefully we sent a message to everybody today that if we're fortunate enough to get into the CAA tournament, we still have a lot of work. We got to win 2, and we need a little help. But if we're fortunate, we can